You know what? I was thinking, I was asking myself, do the so-called black man and the so-called black woman still love each other? Because nowadays you see more interracial couples more than anything. And to be honest with you, it's the black man that's going outside his race, dating other race of women. You really don't see too many black women dating a white man or Hispanic man. But when it comes to the black man, you see them date outside their race. And when I say interracial, that doesn't necessarily mean black or white, black and white couples. It's just the simple fact that the black and white couple is is the most common, is the main interracial couple that you see. Interracial, that can be an Asian man with a Hispanic woman, or a Hispanic man with an Asian woman. You know, interracial can be any kind of mixture, but black and white is the most common. Is and in scriptures, the Most High told us not to intermarry with other nations of people, because I'm gonna just say this real quick. The so-called black man and black woman, we're the children of Israel. We're the people. We are the people of the book, the scriptures, the Israelites. So the Most High told us in scripture to not intermarry with other nations of people. And I understand why the Most High said that. Because first off, the Most High gave the children of Israel some commandments to obey. And we're supposed to be obeying the Most High, the creator of all things, of heaven and earth. We're supposed to be worshiping Him and following His commandments. And I understand why the Most High told us not to intermarry with these other people, because those are the people that's not Hebrew or the Israelites. They're the Gentiles. Gentiles means not Hebrew. Like other nations of people. I understand why the Most High told us not to intermarry with Gentiles, because the Gentiles will lead us, the children of Israel, into different things, into following different gods, worshiping other stuff that we have no business worshiping. For example, like the Buddhas and Hindu gods and Shiva. What else? Allah, in that that Islam religion, that Egyptology, the Jesus Christ, the white Jesus Christ, the Christianity. The Gentiles got us following their ways, while we're supposed to be following the ways of the Most High, which are the commandments. So that's why the Most High told us not to intermarry with those people. We have to marry our own people and obey the commandments. You have these street camps talking about, the Hispanics and the Native Americans they're children of Israel, but they're really not. That's a bold-faced lie. Those street camps you see teaching on the corners, you got to be careful listening to them because they got a lot of Hispanics and Native Americans thinking they're Hebrew Israelites, which they're really not. Those Hebrew men that teach on the side of the street, they just want to date outside their race anyway. That's why they preach that stuff. The children of Israel are all Negro, all black people. So all that interracial stuff is against the Most High. And it's a lot of so-called black men that's dating outside their race, having mixed children. I mean, don't get me wrong, your children are a blessing, man. I know it's your children and everything. I know a lot of people, a lot of black folks don't know that truth. But if you do know the truth, if you do know that you don't supposed to date outside your race like that, you shouldn't do it. That'll be a major penalty against you because you knew the truth and you still decided to do it anyway. Everybody, if you read scriptures too, everybody had their own land. Had their own land. Each race had their own land. It wasn't integrated like it is now. Everybody was separate. But now since, everything's integrated, everybody's dating each other now. Everybody had their own land back then, doing their own thing. And now that everybody's integrated with each other, that got so many of us black people doing, following the ways of the Gentiles. So when a black man puts his seed into another race of woman, it's like, watering down his bloodline. That's basically what it's doing. It waters down your bloodline. Your bloodline is tainted. And don't believe when people say you are what your father is. I mean, I've learned that's a false doctrine too. Because it's 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, I can't name all of them. Say like Judah and Benjamin. Say if your father is Judah and his wife is from the tribe of Benjamin, that child would be Judah. So don't listen to those camps when they say if your dad is a black man and from Judah or whatever, and his woman is a white woman, a Gentile, your child is not an Israelite. Your child is still not Israel. So all that interracial dating is against the Most High. And don't believe in that 12 tribes chart that's being, preached too. Don't believe in that stuff. It's leading a lot of people astray. Don't believe in none of that stuff.